Now I can have good lighting and avoid that stupid glare I was getting in my glasses. Awesome. We ready to start recording? No, because the battery's about to die. Great. There. You good now? You got enough power to work with? Cool. I've got enough problems with the reverb in this room. I don't need you dying on me in the middle of the recording. Should I shave? I should probably shave a little bit. And take a shower now that I think about it. I thought so. Okay. Wait, did I wear this shirt last week? Oh my god, I did! Here, look, sit up straight, dude. Like, you're embarrassing me on the internet. While I'm at it, Tonberry, you need to keep your tag out of the shot, dude. Like, people can't see you. It looks kind of weird just hanging there. Straighten you out. As much as I can, anyway. What is it with me and bears? Okay, are we good? Are we as solid and neat and clean as we can possibly be with the resources I have and the time I have? I think we are. Okay.
There are many things you need to be a successful creator, as longtime viewers will already know. Art is not a science, I admit that, and different approaches will work for different people, but there is one universal constant I've seen benefit artists of all walks of life, both in the modern world and throughout history. Talent will take you a long way, yes, but a creator with even a smidge of self-awareness is destined to go even farther. Like any good thing, this is a skill you gotta work at, and it is by far one of the hardest aspects of any creative medium. The ability to step back at any given time, even in the moment, take a hard look at yourself, and then process that data into something useful and productive takes an incredible amount of self-discipline and humility. It's something even I'm still getting the hang of, hence why I keep asking you guys for that precious outside perspective. Oh, I'm sorry, am I not supposed to address the audience directly? Hi! I've skimmed over the benefit of self-awareness in video game design several times before, so it's high time I gave it the full-on discussion it deserves, because there are so many advantages to it. After all, when you create a video game world, you only set the groundwork for a story to be told. Players always have the option to return to the so-called story missions, or they could decide to go make a story for themselves, such as, oh, I don't know, seeing how quickly it's possible to raise your notoriety to max. I've heard the argument made that this is where Trevor and the very idea of multiple PCs came from in Grand Theft Auto 5, because two of them are the kinds of characters Rockstar wants to make, and one of them is the kind of character their players turn those characters into. And if that's true, bravo, Rockstar. Bravo. You get it. Indeed, this kind of insight is at its most powerful when you apply it to the gameplay, when you find ways to play with your audience's expectations in ways that feel surprising and refreshing. And here's the obligatory part where I stomp all over a JRPG, but I think something like World of Final Fantasy actually falls short in that regard. Yes, that game has a very clear understanding of what its strengths and weaknesses are, but the problem is that it doesn't seem willing to take advantage of that. A lot of the jokes in that game are based on the premise of, these are the problems with JRPGs, lol, just deal with it, when it should be, these are the problems with JRPGs, and here's how we avoided them. AKA, here's how we're going to derive humor from subverting the tropes that we ourselves helped popularize. It's the Princess Peach principle. Nobody likes that character because she's complacent. Like, if you're so truly informed about the issue, then why aren't you doing anything about it? Actually, Final Fantasy XV succeeds more in that regard, and without giving away too much for the review I'm working on, oh my god, I'm so happy that game is good. Think of Undertale, think of Superhot, think of Pony Island, ICEY, or Watch Dogs 2. Yes, Watch Dogs 2. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but when I was given a quest to hack into the Ubisoft San Francisco offices and leak an actual trailer for a game they are legitimately making in real life, my eyes turned 180 degrees in their sockets. That kind of stuff is interesting because In a way, it shows that the developers respect my intelligence. They know not only what they're doing, but also want to challenge me to analyze how I approach the thing they've made. To think of it as less of a game and more of an experience, a world, something I should treat with adoration and respect instead of just play. This is the philosophy that led Scott Cawthon to become one of the most famous indie devs ever. It's what turned Slain from a critically panned nightmare to a solid platformer in its own right. And going back to Square again, it's what led to them scrapping the entirety of their latest MMO's vanilla version and releasing A Realm Reborn. Make no bones about it, their willingness to admit they screwed up flat out saved Final Fantasy XIV, sort of like a backwards version of Star Wars Galaxies. And on that note, we've seen what happens to devs that are consciously ignorant of their flaws. Ahem. Few things are going to benefit you more in this industry quite as much as a little reflection. I mean, from what I've seen at least, it certainly can't hurt.
By the way, speaking of self-awareness in your own medium, you may have noticed by now that my videos have popped up in several other places that isn't here. And I'm telling you right now, the only one that's going to be legit going forward, other than the old Screw Attack, which doesn't exist anymore, is a new site called vid.me. Now, basically what they are is currently the emerging alternative to YouTube. Guys like I Hate Everything, Your Movie Sucks, Too Gay to Lift, they have all started uploading videos there as well, and even guys like Hedicarus have shown interest in it. So basically, this is just my way of having... Because if you've been on this website for any length of time, you know how unstable YouTube is. Like, the algorithms could change at any time. At any time, the copyright bots could decide that something I've uploaded, or many things that I've uploaded, just don't fall into the fair rights, fair use type of thing anymore. Like, this platform, as hard as it may be to believe, could be pulled out from under my feet at any given time. So at least this way, I have a backup in case ish hits the fan, and hey, if it really is an emerging market like everybody says, this way I'll get my foot in the door early.